And we are back on Carolina Women at FWDG with Erin, Lentz, our men on the couch, Larry and Michael, and now joining us is Dr. Marikay Campbell, and she is with the Port Royal Veterinary Hospital. Thank you so much for being here today. You have quite a story. We were talking about it before we started filming, and I really want you to be able to share what this community has meant to your business. So tell us a little bit about that. Back in 21, there was a tornado that kind of really set you back right after trying to come back from COVID, and then wham, something else happened.
Yeah, thanks for having me. When the tornado hit in 21, it took out a section of the roof in the back of the building, the second floor, and trees pieces went all the way down through into the first floor. And of course it flooded. So our building was unusable. But if it ended up that it was the community that helped us to reopen. If it hadn't been for the community rallying around us and helping us, participating in fundraising events and donations and just helping us with all the well wishes and the hang in there, we wouldn't have been able to reopen.
It's amazing.
And it just, we had there was a golf tournament out at Data. There was a scramble, and I'm not a golfer, so I didn't quite understand the whole concept. But what struck me was to see all of the golf carts lined up with all of the foursomes all in a row of all these people that had come together just for that one event to help us.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing. The whole early on of the experience was just devastating, but it was the community that kept us going and kept us fighting to be able to reopen.
Which is a testament to the services that you provide and how meaningful and impactful they are to the community.
Absolutely.
That's what people kept reassuring us of, that we needed to reopen because we were needed by the community, and the community was going to help us do that. And I still get teary when I start to think about it, because that's what got us through that summer and fall when we couldn't, when the building was all torn up and re-roofed, and all of that was when it didn't seem like it would ever end.
Yeah.
That's what got us through it.
So we've had another segment on the show today. We're talking about adoption where we were already tearing up. And so now you're going to make me tear up. Are we just going to cry the whole day today?
And for those who don't know, what are some of the services that you tend to focus on in your practice?
We do normal well pet care, puppy plans, getting everybody on a good start, normal maintenance, yearly type care. We do surgeries, dentistry. But we also have one doctor a day who is dedicated to taking in same-day sick patients and getting them worked up and taken care of. Things that can't wait a week or two to get in for a regular appointment. And we have a segment of our services that are dedicated just to that. To getting the x-rays, getting the blood work on site, getting things figured out as to, is this something we can deal with here, or do you need to go to a specialist, and then facilitating that type of transfer.
And well, you mentioned before we started filming that some of those diagnoses that you were just talking about are really different than maybe a normal vet would have. So tell us a little bit about that.
We're one of the places in town here that does have on-site blood work machines. We have x-ray, we have ultrasound. So we can get a number of those things done within a few hours, as opposed to having to, like in human medicine, where you have to go schedule with somebody. Or sometimes, if it does require specialty care, of course, we do have that ability. We have a couple of traveling specialists who come in to our office on particular days that we can schedule on a shorter time frame. But we like to get into the more difficult things. we feel like that's our way of, trying to take care of the needs in the community.
Well, and obviously you
That's
do a good job
great.
because the community rallied around you. Thank you for sharing your story today. We really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
And we'll be back with more Carolina Women, so stay with us.